people know.
Stream started. Yay!
Man, I'm a goblin.
You're a goblin.
What the hell?
We did it. We saved Christmas.
We saved Christmas.
What do you post on? Do you post on Blue Sky?
I just posted in the Stabbiness channel.
Oh.
They have like a Discord that I just post the thing in. And I'm like, hey guys, I'm streaming. And I share a funny image to trick people into watching D&D.
Yay! It really is like... Why is that the metaphor my brain used?
What metaphor are you thinking of?
Well, I thought about when we had to teach our family dog to go through the doggy door. He fucking loves going outside. Just loves outside. But hated the doggy door for a really long time. So we had to trick him into going outside.
That's funny.
But once he was out there, he loved it.
He was scared. He was so scared of the door.
He didn't like it. It went click clack click clack.
Much like Calorie.
That's true.
Yeah.
And that's why you should watch our stream.
Oh god. Alright. Welcome back, guys, to Waning Whispers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hope you guys enjoyed last session. We're in for the rest of the day for this session.
24-hour session.
No, not
Let's
in real
go.
life, in game.
In real
Let's
time.
go for the new year.
Because I believe this session was only like half a day. You still haven't done your midday action.
Yeah. True. We're about to, aren't we?
Yep.
Yay.
And I guess we are good to start.
Woohoo.
Let me change the music.
Wahoo.
Woohoo.
You guys travel over to the church area in the Grey Crown district.
Yay.
It's a quite large area, you've noticed. There are, instead of carpets around, there are tents for other people to rent out. It's an incredibly large kind of park area.
Oh, wow.
And you kind of stumble onto this part of the park. You, maybe from the smell of the food or maybe just how the tents looked, you're interested in this area.
Yeah. Let me change pen to smile. Pim's just walking ahead, just looking around. Are they like
Quite extravagant. There's food
These people,
here.
yeah, they're grilling. And other people are kind of like handing them money and they're handing them some food, some plates.
the grass is quite literally greener on the other side?
Oh man, people get so many options here.
Wow. It's not just boa, leathers, and Pilates.
This place looks really nice.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's sacrilegious to go into any of these tents.
Looks
I
at... I mean, I imagine Calorie's shadow is... Well, we're out in the broad daylight, aren't we?
It could still be out. It's just
Yeah.
not strong out here.
Right.
I mean, you know that you can just come in and listen in on, when you were in the old district, you could just walk into the carpets
Yeah.
and just listen in. So it should be fun.
It should be the same here, right?
Yeah, if Volm didn't come out to berate me for saying that random statement, then I think it's safe.
Wait, what did you say about them?
If he didn't come out to berate me for that random statement, I think it's okay.
If it would be sacrilegious or not.
No, not really.
Glance inside this tent?
You can walk into them.
Oh.
All of us immediately turning for the first one. The one that Tiny absolutely wants us to see first.
True.
What's going on in
Gamba?
here? Gamba?
We gambling?
Gamba?
Yeah, Gamba.
God, gambling.
As if you do sit and listen, you can tell. Or if you looked at let me shift ping this sign out here.
I can read.
Yeah, if you read, you do know that this tent is being rented out currently by a god called Erikaz, the god of endings.
Oh.
I'm
Interesting.
uninterested.
Yeah, I'm more about the destiny. I'm more about the travel than the destination.
Very fair.
But you're sitting down.
That's a nice seat. You know, after I get to sit in a nice seat.
That's fair.
Yeah, like once every few days when my name's on the list.
That is true.
Love their stupid chair.
Keller will listen for a moment.
Okay. You do hear their general spiel. Their whole deal is that they want to bring natural things to an end, or things that are unnatural to an end. Basically, they like when there is closure for things. And kind of as you listen, you do notice that some of these people here, they probably look like they have, at least one of them looked to have some sort of like disease or illness that they're probably just seeking for a quick way to end the illness.
Okay.
Oh.
So it's ending in all sorts of senses.
Yeah.
Okay. There's no like mention of an apocalypse, is there?
No, as far as you could listen, there was no mention of apocalypse, really.
Okay. That's good enough for Calorie.
Oh, hey.
Hey. Great news. They're not trying to end the world. I don't think, at least.
Oh, that's good. You're in
Not that
that.
I can do anything.
How do
Huh?
you end the world?
Well, I guess you just kind of have to burn it all.
Tess shivers at that.
But that's not gonna happen for like a long time.
I hope. She looks at you.
He blinks. Are these guys like sponsored by any kind of god, or are they just grilling their own stuff?
No, they're not sponsored. You think they just took the opportunity, knowing that there's a lot of people here, and just set up their food stalls to make some money.
Ah,
The tailgaters.
they got prices?
Everything here is 4 copper.
Ah,
4 copper?
Yep.
Oh.
Well, you go walk all the way to an inn? That's a pretty long walk.
That's
No, that's
true.
cheap as hell.
That's cheap as
For
hell.
me-
That's 2 times how much I got.
For meat, yeah.
Look at that fucking steak.
That's true.
Oh, whoops, sorry. No, the hot dog's 4 copper. The
Ah.
steak and the big old piece of chicken is like 8.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Oh, highway robbery, I see.
Have we already eaten today? I think we have, right?
Pim's only
2 of us
partially
have, I
eaten.
think.
Yes, you two have eaten though.
Yeah.
Well, if
What
the
does that sign
signs,
say?
yeah.
This one, this is the God of Tranquility. Valoon.
Oh. I'm gonna poke his head inside the carpet? The carpet.
You inside and listen to
Yeah.
their spiel. The gist of what you can hear is that they want to avoid conflict as much as possible.
Sounds nice. But you'd probably, like, lose favor with your god for getting in scraps, right?
Yeah.
Pim walks out.
I think my entire being is conflict.
I don't know life without one.
Oh. I guess you don't know death either.
Yeah, what? Well, why would I know death?
That's true.
Looks into the camera.
What's going on here? In the center
you
here?
see this woman in the middle recounting some grand story, and everyone's kind of like locked in, listening.
No, I thought it was advanced Pilates for a second.
It might be. We don't know. Pim spots this sign over here.
Where?
To the right. In
Oh.
front of the red tent.
The red tent? This
Yeah.
one is Vivana, the god of dreams.
Oh.
God of dreams.
Yes.
Makes a mental note.
What's their spiel?
Well, you said the god's name's Vivana?
Yes.
Oh.
You see the person kind of making their spiel is the god itself.
Yeah.
She seems to be some sort of fox lady who's got like several tails.
Neat.
Interesting. Note that down for later. Break glass if needed.
You're not really too sure what their spiel is. They mostly talk about exploring dreams and traveling to worlds that you can't.
Huh.
There doesn't seem to be a moral, if that makes sense.
just sleep, hombre.
Just
Appealing to
chill.
those isekai fans.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Other world. What do you make of it?
I'm not sure. I would need more information.
This also an accessible tent up here?
All of them are.
Oh my god, all of them?
Yeah.
Jeez.
This one is
Yeah.
the one on the right you pointed to, right?
Yes, the camo one.
Yep. This one is Tandris, god of husbandry.
Oh.
Animals.
Animals. Peek inside. Oh wow.
They-
It's the hay. What's
This is just their whole thing that you can get really easily is that you should be taking care of animals and, farming and all that.
Is Volm's kind of like an animal, right?
Hold on. Give me a second. Let me roll something.
The second you said, I was like, alright, Volm's gonna do something about that.
Let me roll
Calories
something.
checking her contract. See what she can say.
You see the
I hope he
shadow tendril
slaps
pop
me.
out. Excuse me? Is that an
No.
And then you see everyone in the tent turn around hearing this person. You know?
Animals are awesome.
Him not even fucking paying attention.
I'm not some lowly animal.
Eh.
And you hear one of the people over here say, "Hey, animals aren't lowly. They're pretty important." And some other guy's like, "Yeah." And Vol's like, "I have no time to speak with creatures such as you." And you see that it's breaking out into a little bit of a fucking screaming match at the moment.
By the way, I do believe it would be best if we leave.
Yeah.
Gallery is going to exit the premises
You
mid-screaming.
He was
What?
screaming as you drag him away. He's like shouting obscenities, and they're like throwing like apple cores at you.
Oh, Tiny.
Yeah.
Quick question: is disturbing the peace a arrestable offense?
I mean, this guard is coming up and like saying, "Okay, all right, break it up, guys." Like,
I think
Wanted to make
animals
sure
are
to
awesome.
see. Need to make sure I enforce the contract properly.
Yeah.
I meant nothing by it, Volm. Sorry.
do be careful to not make the same mistake again. He retracts into galleries. Funny.
Yeah, he's hard to deal with sometimes.
Hmm. Let's see. That's 2 more tents to check out?
Yes, both of them might be illegal. I don't see a sign for this one though.
Maybe this...
There is a sign, but there's also a flag.
Oh,
with a
shit.
plaque
It's just
on
shaped.
it.
It's just shaped differently. Okay.
Yeah, there's a sign. It is a
Excuse me.
flag with a plaque at the bottom, and
Uh-huh.
this is a permanently bought spot. It can never be changed.
Uh-huh.
Oh
Who's
shit.
it bought
The
by?
god that has permanently bought this spot here is Basot, the god of trade.
Ah, that would make sense.
Ooh.
I don't care.
What?
You hate the god
Really?
of capital. How could you?
But
I'm gonna at least
Take a
peek
peek.
in.
You peek in and you listen for 2 seconds, Pim. You're
Yeah.
hearing about balancing checkbooks.
Song out.
And
Goodbye.
navigating
boy.
tax law.
nope. I decreased my points in litigator for a reason.
I don't think.
That's true.
What do we have here?
Yeah.
This one is Omu, god of messages.
Oh.
Hmm. Interesting.
Well, this has to be a spiel we can understand, right? Would
I'd
defeat the
have to
purpose if it
assume so,
wasn't.
if they're good at sending messages.
Yeah.
You go in to listen to the spiel. The general gist is that messengers should be considered sacred. You should not ever harm a messenger. And he generally blesses mailmans and messengers, everywhere. And
That's
gives them
pretty
kind of
awesome.
the strength to traverse any difficult terrain or like long distances, things like that.
Oh, this guy's awesome.
This is the god for mailmen.
Yeah. Huh.
Pim looks at his own hands again.
You look at your own hands. You can never be a mailman. Too many paper cuts.
Yeah. Unless they need help with an incinerator.
Hmm.
See, Tess lean over to you, Calorie.
Hmm.
So, oh,
Uh-oh.
oh no, you turned too fast.
I turned too fast.
Hold on, let me pull out a new calorie. Get squished. He leans over to you. What are we looking for?
I think we're just kind of looking around. Most of us have gods, and I don't think you can have more than one. I don't think. Volm?
Vom sneaks out from the bottom. One can have many gods under them. The
What the heck?
difficult thing is if the gods agree with each other.
Well,
As long as their terms do not clash and the gods do not hate each other, they can allow a contract.
Volm, how many... How do I ask this respectfully?
It is okay, Calorie. I am not well liked in the god community.
Yeah, is there a list of who all hates you?
It is much easier to have a list of who likes me.
I imagined that would be the answer. I didn't want to say it. Well, I have another very important question I should probably ask you outside the tent.
Yes, what is the question?
Man, she's gonna move outside the tent. Well, just, I guess, so I know. I don't know if I'm allowed to know, but who did you try to assassinate?
Calorie.
I passed this knowledge check, didn't I?
You passed the knowledge check. You knew he tried to assassinate. You didn't know who.
Yeah.
Gallery, I unfortunately cannot tell you. I'm forbidden from letting you know. However, I am not forbidden for allowing you to investigate this on your own.
I see. Okay.
I cannot wink in this shadowy form, but know that I'm winking.
Yeah. Can I ask maybe one general question?
Yes.
Are they present here?
In the entire park, or just this general area?
I guess this park with the... Are they represented here, I guess, is my question.
See the shadow lift itself off the ground, and it like makes a show of looking left, right, looking around. The shadow stretches around this tent here to like look around the corner at other tents in the distance. I'm not too sure. It would make sense. If you were a god living here, it would make sense to advertise yourself in the park here. There's not many gods that advertise in the old district.
That's true. Alright, well. I really hope I don't if I do think about getting another god, I don't randomly choose that one. I think that'd be really awkward.
I don't believe we would be very good friends anyway.
Are any of the gods in the immediate vicinity ones that don't hate you?
Actually, let me roll to see if he can even understand which gods actually generally like him, or not even like him, but don't despise him.
Amazing.
Oh, is that a regular success? I believe Zakara would not hate me.
Which one is that?
That's the one sitting on the log here.
Oh.
That's a god?
one.
I had made an
Well,
assumption.
yes. I don't know if you know many people with pink skin.
Well, I mean, I have green skin, and I don't know many people that have that. Does
Tess
that
is
mean I'm a
blue.
god? Yeah, Tessa's blue. Is Tessa a god?
Well, that's because she's a ghost.
Right, and it's because I'm a goblin, so I just assume that's because she was a pink thing.
I suppose that's fair. They're awesome devils that are pink in color.
Yeah. Alright, well. Let's see what they have going on.
Yeah.
I just thought they were telling stories.
And as you listen, as far as you know, they are telling stories.
What about?
She's telling a story about a group called the Queen's Watch. How
Yeah.
a story about them fighting some evil sorcerer on top of a mountain.
Oh.
The sorcerer taking the form of a giant earth elemental. It's a very exciting story.
I must agree.
Huh. Interesting. Though.
Pim looks back at the Vivana.
Yeah.
I guess.
Dreams, spiritual journey. The line is formed in Pim's head as he uses the Ace Attorney Investigations logic connection feature.
You head over to the dreams tent while everyone else listens to the stories.
Yeah. Pim's gonna sit in and hear what's going on.
Alright. We'll do the storyteller first.
Yes.
So after she finishes the story, everyone starts clapping, like, very excited. And they all kind of wait around for the next story, but Zakara is taking a little bit of a break, so if you want to walk up and speak to her, now is your time.
Okay. Let me see here. Yeah, I think calorie will go up.
Okay. You walk up, and you see Zakara look down at you. Hello, little goblin.
Hi.
Did you have any questions about the story I just told?
Oh no, it was pretty comprehensive. I was more curious about you. You just hang out here and tell stories?
Yes, it is an enjoyable pastime of mine. I am Zakara, god of stories.
Oh,
That tracks.
I'm Calorie. I'm a goblin. I'm not a god.
Well, welcome, Calorie, and welcome, Vom. Vom shrinks like like closer to you, Calorie.
Oh, he's never done that before.
I'd imagine he doesn't want to invoke my ire.
Has he done that before?
No, but it'd be funny if he did. It would make for a good story, attacking a councilwoman in broad daylight.
Oh.
Oh, you're on a council?
Yes, I'm on the council.
Huh. I assumed anyone on the council would not like Volm.
Well, I don't hate Vom. It made for an interesting story. Attempting to assassinate a god. Oh, sorry. I can't tell that one.
Like, dang.
Unfortunately, some stories cannot be told to all ears.
That's fair. Do you... Trying to think of Calorie's next question here. So, do you is this most of what you do, or do you take followers?
Well, if you're asking if I take followers, I do. I'm very picky with who I choose. I do not like people who wouldn't make a good story, which is why I have so little.
Oh, that checks out.
I don't like to keep any priests. I usually like to keep people who, how do I put it, do things. I like individuals that are interesting.
What makes someone in? Let me figure. Oh
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
what makes someone? You ask what makes someone interesting?
Yeah.
Well, what makes someone interesting is if I already know them. If you have some amount of fame or infamy, it makes me much more interested in you.
Oh, okay.
I'm not the fan of those who do things in the shadows.
Gallery not getting it.
Willem's like,
Oh yeah.
what is the issue with shadows? It's a figure of speech, Well, you wouldn't understand. He grumbles.
Oh yeah, I can understand that. If they hide a lot of what they're doing, then there's not really a story to tell.
Exactly.
Hmm. How does she ask this? I think I have a personal question.
Personal? Well, I am good at life advice. She sits cross-legged on the log now.
Um, let's hmm, let's say for example, a god made something happen that you don't like, but you want to undo what they did.
She nods.
Do you think my words are escaping me? Sorry.
All good.
Do you do you think if you made them mad and undid that whole thing that someone like me would survive?
Hmm. Well, unfortunately, it would depend on the god. Most gods are able to look into the future in some way or form, able to discern fate. And they can nudge things in their direction if things are nudged out of what they like. Typically, they just try to nudge it back. I wouldn't see them retaliating at whatever nudged it back, but it would make for an interesting story if that person knew the god was nudging things a certain way.
Hmm.
If he started to nudge back at everything they tried to do, it would make sense that that the god would try to stop that individual.
Mm-hmm.
Chance for survival? Well,
Yeah, I don't know
people
how
have
legal.
survived worse odds.
Yeah, I don't know how legal gods coming after someone with malicious intent is.
Well, like all things, as long as you don't get caught, did it ever really happen?
I guess that's fair.
But that would make for a boring story. No one knows that it happened. A grand fight between mortal and god. It only
So
happened in the
if
shadows.
so if it was a more public affair, it would be a lot harder for a god to interfere.
And it'd be a lot harder for the mortal to fight.
Hmm. Thank you. This has been enlightening.
Of course.
Would you like to be friends with Volm?
She laughs. No.
I tried, Volm. I think you need friends.
I do not need friends. I'm a god. No, then if that is all, I must get to my next story.
She nods and she'll leave her be.
Yay.
And now we go over to Pim.
Yeah.
So Pim, do you similarly wait for a lull in the
Yeah.
proceedings? Okay. She kind of finishes up, closes her book to take a little bit of a break.
Hmm. So, her spiel was like dreams being other worlds that you can visit, I guess? Or
Yeah, with dreams being places that you can see, you can experience.
yeah. Hmm. He's gonna stand up and walk up and be like,
Hey.
Oh, hello. You see her, like, all of her tails flutter.
Well, first of all, I think you did great.
Thank you.
I
I believe I did well as well.
yeah.
thinking.
So, your dominion, your
My domain.
yes. How do you know that?
You're asking me my perspective?
In a sense, it's like, how do you know that that one's yours?
Well, it's just natural. I always knew what my domain was.
Oh,
Hmm. He looks a little upset. Hmm.
well, I guess.
Are you having trouble discerning a magic item of some kind?
Hmm. In a sense.
He thinks of his eye. Hmm.
Well, it so happens I'm very good at knowing things like magic items.
You.
He looks at the others in the tent.
Yeah, there's an tent. They're all like taking a nap. Actually,
That's awesome. They're just chilling.
Well,
He steps a little bit forward. He reaches up to his eye patch.
okay, so. It looks a little weird, but don't think about it too hard, okay? I don't.
Oh, sure.
But my eye. So there's this whole thing, and I think. Well. Okay, so people probably. I'm assuming, because that speech was really good, that you have, like, a lot of followers, and they pray to you all the time. And you can hear that, right?
Yes, I can hear that.
Okay. Well, ever since I got this eye, I started hearing people.
prayers?
That's the current theory? But
He covers it back up.
I don't really know what my whole thing is. Not fully, not specifically. Like, you have your...
He looks at the book. I imagine that's on the podium.
Yeah.
You have your book, which did you write?
Well, not me. My mother wrote this.
Oh,
Smiles.
your
She said her mother?
Yes.
mother?
Yes. It's not common, but there are some gods that are families. They
Oh.
all share the same domain.
Oh, that's wonderful. he smiles brightly. Oh, that's oh.
Yes. It is quite an event when another one of us comes out.
Comes out.
You know, from a dream.
From a dream.
Blinks.
Does Pim know where babies come from?
I imagine you do.
Oh, is that like a
Yeah.
god thing?
Well, it's a god of dreams thing, I suppose. It's not like normal mortals. Not even close, but
Well, that's still pretty cool regardless. But
it is very dangerous for it's a little personal, but it's very dangerous for us to dream of wants or desires.
really?
Well, if my mother desired a child and, well, she got me.
Are you dangerous?
Well, we've been taught to make sure that our desires do not control us. To desire nothing. To be content with what we have.
Let your desires control you.
He thinks.
I could learn a lot about not letting... not letting my, feet run faster than my horse.
So, I imagine you're, maybe another family? Did your parents ever tell you what your domain was?
No, my parents were mortal.
Oh, so you were passed this power down. I wouldn't know too many gods that would willingly give up everything to give to another mortal.
Everything?
It would be everything. It would be like me, she points to this random guy over here. It'd be like me giving all of my powers to that person over there.
He scratches the side of his face.
I can't really say I know why he did it either.
Well, maybe he believed you were worthy of such power.
How old was Pim? He was like a baby.
You must have extraordinary gift, or a powerful will, or even both?
Hmm. Huh.
Powerful will makes him smile.
I guess.
As
Thank-
for your missing domain, unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to know.
Hmm. That's alright. I do have a different place I can look.
Well, good luck with that. And I hope, well, may we meet each other again. If the fates allow.
Huh?
You see that she caught herself when she was going
Yes,
to
she
say,
was going to say,
hope to
"I
see you
want."
again."
Yes, I want to see you again.
Eh.
He waves, and as he's leaving, he's gonna say,
If we're in the same spot, then.
She nods. And Pim, as you're walking by these other people, you see,
Yeah.
as they're asleep, you could see kind of like this, like orange-ish halo that kind of circles their heads.
"Aw, peaceful rest. Yay." That's awesome. On list of gods Pim likes.
She's a very sweet one.
I like that
Like-
one.
Sparrow, what are you up
Yeah.
to? What's going
I'm
on?
mostly listening and making sure Calorie doesn't get into trouble.
Okay. You two listen as Pim kind of catches up and gets
Meanders
what he
back.
is.
Hey, learn anything
Hmm.
over here?
Mostly just listening to them tell their stories, more or less just sitting here to make sure nobody gets into trouble.
None of us would ever get into trouble.
Looks at Calorie. Looks behind
Looks at
Calorie.
Get into trouble. I perform my schemes.
That's trouble. That's plotting.
Who decided that plotting was a troubling activity?
No, don't look at me. I'm not.
Gallery has plans. You don't call it trouble.
Well,
Yeah.
that's because I. Oh.
Exactly. You see the shadows try to like cross their arms.
Get owned. Volbrant soda.
Checkmate Imtheists.
Instinct. Natural.
Looks at both of them. Looks at Tess.
What you got on your mind?
Well, I talked with that god of dreams, or. And she said that her whole domain is like a natural thing. Just kind of something that she gets, like she knows. And also that gods can have families?
Vom speaks of disgusting.
Pim stares at Volm.
What did you say?
Please don't strangle Volm again.
Gods sharing the domain. I do not like it. I like to have all the power for myself. That way I know that it is used correctly. Imagine a child wielding my power. The damage they can cause, and then I'd have to teach them.
Ah, child. Yeah.
Turns away, still contemplating. Now ignoring Volm.
Yes, but it is common. Many gods do have families that all share domain. The power is split evenly amongst them, so in reality, they are quite weak compared to other gods.
I don't know. I think, like, if you had a bunch of people who were all, like, trained up in the same thing, all able to balance off each other, that's going to be stronger than just one dude who knows it all.
Well, let's agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I mean, dreams,
Looks at the storyteller on the log.
legends, I guess? Trade, messages.
You're saying a lot of
things.
words.
They're all like concepts. Volm is... Huh. Shadow?
If you need to know my full title, I am Volm, the Eater of Shadows.
Right.
My domain is not shadows. I am the Shadow Beast.
Your domain is eating.
It is not eating. I'm not the god of eating. I hate that guy.
A bit of an interesting
But
grudge to have.
yeah, you're the eater of shadows. Are you the god of?
No. Besides, I hate that god of eating because he ate a shadow that I was going to eat.
Oh.
Sacrilegious, if you'd ask me.
Well, but what if he ate a dream? Would that cause beef with the dream one over there?
Well, I don't know. I never spoke with the god of dreams.
Actually,
Just because I'm a god doesn't mean I know them all personally. I do not speak with them.
You seem to have a lot of problems with a lot of them, though.
No, that's because they all have problems. It's not me.
I'm starting to see why you don't have a lot of friends, Volm.
If you step in shit everywhere you go, you gotta look at your shoes, bro.
You gotta look down, man.
Tim, actually, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
The god of dreams, you spoke to them a moderate amount, would that be correct?
Yeah.
Did they seem particularly trustworthy to you?
Yes.
he smiles.
She talked about, well, being trained not to really desire much, but even just by the end of the conversation, I think we could be friends.
Do you mind if I go ask them a couple questions myself?
But not at all. Want me to go with you?
Yes.
All right.
I wouldn't want to split up the party again.
No. You gonna stay here?
Looks at Calorie and Volm.
I probably shouldn't be unsupervised.
Yes,
What
I
do
would
you
not
mean
want.
I am here.
Oh yeah,
I
I
would
have
You're-
not want you to
no,
go
no, no, no.
unobserved over to the husbandry tent again.
I'm not gonna.
Keller gets in
No.
a fist fight with some people.
Make him
Oh.
awake.
It's a
I'm not gonna
shadow
cause
fist fight.
trouble, but I'll come along.
Okay.
Looks at Volm.
You're not gonna cause trouble for this one, right?
The god of dreams.
Yeah.
I haven't spoken with whoever is the god of dreams.
Mm-hmm.
I do not think they hate me.
Yeah, and you're
Yeah,
not
I
going to
guess-
call her disgusting?
Why would I think she is disgusting?
Family.
Ugh, disgusting.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
I will wait for them.
I think
Is this the head of the family or is this a child? He says it with such like venomous voice.
What's wrong with children?
Disturbing little creatures.
Uh-huh,
I was a kid
uh-huh.
once.
Ugh, don't remind me.
What if a fucking kid's next door?
Vaughn would be on the fucking parent's side.
That's literally father.
You literally father. Yeah.
Shadow and everything.
Pim picks his head back in and waves.
You see, she waves as well.
Are they all still asleep?
Oh yeah, they're all still asleep. It's only been like 5 minutes, and Ivana looks at this ghost. It's like, "Oh, you brought a ghost? Is this
Oh, no,
what
that's...
you were talking about earlier?"
No. This is Tess. She's my friend.
Tess wave. Oh, hello then.
And, Sparrow's also my friend.
Sits down.
What about Vom and the Vom follower? She says, looking at the.
Oh, well, Calorie's my friend. But Vom says that he doesn't need friends.
Of course.
Volm absolutely needs friends.
Do not need friends. It is not a need. People can live without friends.
Shh. They are sleeping.
Well, I welcome you all to this little tent.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I would not be able to give any sort of contract to a Vom follower. She says, looking at you, Calvary. I was like, we weren't looking for a contract anyway.
Calorie does not comment.
In Pim's mind,
Oh, and she has good parents too, warning her about Vom.
he doesn't say that out
Parents
loud.
be like, if you see a Vom follower asking for a contract, say no.
Hello. As mentioned by Pim, I'm Sparrow, a friend. I've come to inquire about your expertise.
Of course.
Relatively recently, I had encountered a dream, and I was wondering if you would be able to help me return to said dream.
Return to a dream would be very difficult. How long ago was it? Was it last night?
It would have been around 3 days, perhaps 2. I forget the exact date, Tyne, please.
It was around 3 days ago.
It was around 3 days ago. Around 3 days ago.
That would be a little bit difficult, but I can check. And she, I don't need to roll for her because she's actually correct at this roll. Let me play the song. Actually, not this song. What's a good song? Actually, yeah, this song's fine. She starts working on the dream, and then she, like, yells in surprise, "Oh my gosh!" She sees you and puts her hands on your shoulder, Sparrow. And she has a
Yeah.
huge smile on her face.
Uh,
It is very nice to see you again.
I'm sorry. To be honest, I'm not exactly familiar with you. Have we met before?
Yes, we have. I did not realize till this moment. She holds out a hand and taps your forehead, and when she pulls back her finger, you see like a orange cloud kind of pull out. Well, me, not really, but you asked me in another life to send you a dream.
You're going another life. You're going to have to elaborate.
Well, you know how gods move things around. Fates are always changing. In a different fate, you sent a message.
And you were familiar with, so
Yes, this
To-
is my magic, she says, looking at it.
yes, understandable. No, to reiterate, you are capable of seeing beyond our specific timeline, or whatever word that we're using in this.
Well, yes, you can use dreams to divine fate.
And I've asked you in a previous time to give me this dream.
Yes.
Do you recall anything about me from the
Well,
previous?
well, you were very well dressed. You are well dressed right now. You are very, very well dressed. She smiles. And you were incredibly polite. It was very nice to see you.
Pim gives a thumbs up from the other side.
Did I have any possible merch, like items that would indicate a place of learning on my person?
Oh yes, you were learning at the college. Are you at the college here?
No,
Oh,
that's the
that is
problem.
Unfortunate.
The dream, I have vague memories of it. You are not the first person to tell me that I would have likely been taking part in the college around here, or at least I did before.
Yes, you are a very great advocate. She kind of like messes with the cloud. Well, he was very specific in what type of dream to send you. He didn't know what your life was like, so he said just have it be yourself in class in a normal situation and send this message however you can. So I wanted you to not forget, so I put on the chalkboard for you to not forget.
I appreciate that.
And in your notebook, as I knew you would look in your own notebook, I left you the message.
I appreciate that. I'm glad that I was able to discern that.
I hope it wasn't too disorientating. And I
Was.
hope you were able to remember most of it.
It was quite disorientating. I was thankfully able to remember. Things are very different for me now than likely when it was then. So
Would you like
it
to send
was.
them a message?
Am I able to do that?
Well, yes, this goes both ways.
If I write something on a piece of paper, would you be able to send it to them without reading it?
Without reading it? It would be difficult. I don't have any way of erasing my own memory, but I can try very hard not to remember it.
No, I would not want to perhaps bring you into. I will have to think upon it. I thank you for the information, and I will likely take you up on that to send information back to them at a later time.
Of course. She smiles.
Is there any way might I contact you outside of meeting you here?
Well, we were good. We were good friends before. Well, I say before, but you know what I mean. So just say my name and say where you want to go, and I will hear you.
Interesting. Thank you.
She nods. It was very much a pleasure to meet you again.
It was a pleasure to meet you for the first time for me. I hope we do meet again in the future.
If the fates allow.
Yes, if the fates allow. Me, don't say, don't say, don't say praise guys, praise guys.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
Honey there.
It's not often that I see someone from a different world.
Different world.
Well, I don't know how to explain the
Laughing at.
diverged timeline.
Ooh. Oh, I guess that means we've never met before.
Yes, unfortunately, the other sparrow did not. Well, he did not come with you at the very least.
Nods.
And in the
nods.
classroom, the classroom example he gave to me, you weren't in there.
Was I there?
You weren't in there either.
No.
Well, that doesn't mean things have to be different now. It seems that despite fate being changed by all the other gods, you all seem to be happy.
You can tell our fates have been changed.
Well, I don't know a single person whose fate hasn't been changed.
Oh,
There's so many gods and they want to do so many things. There's thousands upon thousands of different things being nudged in many different directions.
Ooh.
do you have
There's
insight on
no there's no true concept of a pure timeline.
that?
Ooh. That's a lot. So, wait, you met Sparrow before, but also never.
Yes.
Okay,
But I treat them all the same.
is that is that a dream thing?
It is a dream thing.
Oh.
Sometimes I have dreams of the different realities. And I meet people I otherwise did not have not met here.
That's cool.
I like to think of myself as the same in all of them. And we like to share with each other.
Oh. That sounds really nice.
Yeah, she nods.
Just to check and make sure as well, Sparrow is the only one of us that knows Geist is a god of fates. The rest of us think he's a luck god, right?
No.
The other way around.
Other way around.
Other way around. Okay.
We
gotcha.
think Geist is a god of fate.
Okay.
Spare is the only one that knows the truth.
Gotcha. Okay.
Hmm.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
Yep. Come again. If the fates allow.
Oh.
Oh,
Forgot
other-
to install CS.
We gotta get
I
out of
see.
here, Tess. She forgot to install CS Source.
Flies through the tent. Oh, there you are, Sparrow. You okay?
Yeah.
I needed fresh air.
A lot to take in.
Questions answered and more questions gained.
Well, it's kind of like she never met you, but she has met you, but she hasn't met you, but she's never met you. Yeah.
No, I know exactly what it was like. They're not the first to make that sort of The reaction to seeing me.
Not the first? Was it another god of dreams? Because she has family.
It was not a god.
Oh,
Let us speak in a more private location in the near future.
okay.
Thumbs up.
Do we head home?
Which home?
Well, I guess we don't all have. I mean, I guess we can cross for free, but You think there's a market here?
There has to be, right? Because people have things. And
I'm
in
pretty
order
sure
to
there's a
get
market here.
things, you need to pay money. Generally.
We should probably try and find somewhere to well, no, we already have beds back home. We just have to drag them here.
Mm.
I also need to find Ymir.
Yes.
Let's go back to the inn then. I think we could probably still get away with just using Minnow's room. Dr. Minnow's room.
Mm.
He stops and looks around.
Well. Do you feel like you've gotten further on a spiritual journey?
I mean,
I'm a spirit. I'm always journeying, so I've gotten very far.
That is true.
I might be getting farther. I would have to ask Sparrow some things though.
Yeah. How about you, Sparrow?
Repeat the question.
You feel like you're getting further on a spiritual journey?
I don't think anything I've done in the past week I would consider spiritual.
Didn't
Could I ask you to do something spiritual?
You could.
Would you prefer I wait until you're feeling better?
I do not know when that will be. Please ask away.
Well, given that your god is one of fates, I don't think I've seen you talk to them, but would you be able to ask them about
I have done my prayer at least once or twice. Do I have to do that every night, or is that once I go into the thing I forget I gotta go look at my contract?
Calories was like needs to be in darkness every day, but I think yours was like once a week or something.
I do believe it was as well, but I want to double check. And I have done my once a week.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a once a week thing.
I have done at least one general prayer to my god. Are you interested in having me pray about anything in specific?
Well, I think if anyone would know, who's been nudging around what's going on with my mom and dad, it'd be a god of fates, right?
Oh.
It certainly could be a place to start.
Yeah. And I imagine it'd be easier to ask you than, well, I don't know, maybe if we cross back over, we could go ask, Boa, right? Or
No, yes, Boa is
Yeah.
is old district heart emoji.
yeah. I imagine it'd be easier than maybe asking Boa, but we could do that as well.
Yeah. Boa.
So, are you guys gonna head to the inn? Where are you guys going?
I think we need to meet up with everybody at the end because we
Yeah.
still gotta check in with
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
I think on the way there, Pim wants to tell them about his meeting with Parker.
Okay.
He mentioned Parker last time because Wasn't Calorie like,
But
I know
Calorie was
Parker.
not there. Calorie was speaking with Lithers and causing that whole
Oh my
situation.
fucking god, you're right.
Yeah,
That's
Parker got brought up.
awesome.
Parker got brought up afterwards, I think.
Hmm.
So,
Right, because they talked about the monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gallery went like, I know
Yeah.
a guy named Parker. And then we confirmed, yeah, it's the same guy.
Well, I guess if we're going to be back here eventually, it doesn't have to be right away.
Hmm.
But... Oh... What if I'm not spiritually strong enough to wield that gauntlet that Titan's gonna get me?
I do not believe spiritual strength is required to lift things. I believe that is regular strength.
No, he talked about it. It's about, like, strength of will. Oh, but, she said I probably already have a really strong will.
That's not what she said.
If you can't carry the gauntlet, I'll help you hold it, Tess says.
Whoa!
I suppose I know this is going to make a pun here. I suppose having Tess work would be a form of spiritual strength.
Yeah.
Strength of spirits, if you will.
Oh.
Okay, let me
It's
bring you guys to the
info.
home
Yeah.
screen while I
Anyway.
get the next map ready.
Yay!
'Cause I
Yes,
gotta
I-
move a lot of things around.
In addition, I do believe I also really need to go talk to the doctor.
The doctor? The...
Professor, what was the name?
Ohimisia.
No,
Dr. Minnow.
well, Dr. Minnow, yes.
Yes.
Although it is about Professor Hemisia.
Yes.
I love them.
Hmm. So, how'd story time go? With the
It
with
was
the
somewhat interesting. The stories for themselves were
Huh.
rather eventful. As one could
Yeah.
expect from the god of storytelling.
Oh,
Yeah, and they don't hate
storytelling. That makes more sense. Was Volm on his best behavior?
For Volm, yes.
I'm never on any. My behavior is never horrible.
You were not acting very nice in the husband pretense.
That's because they were acting very stupid.
This is what we call not best behavior.
Out of character, Volm is kind of like a cat. In my mind. Probably that's Adventure Time's fault. Its approximate knowledge of many things has made me associate Volm with a cat.
Okay, I got the next map ready.
And preloaded?
Yes.
Yay.
Nilla, are you here?
Oh.
It's about that time again, folks. Let's go.
Woohoo!
So, somewhere in the church area, behind the tents, away from a lot of praying eyes.
Alright.
Sakara goes to take a break. A lot of people come up to her to ask her questions or ask her to say a specific story, but right now she is wanting a little bit of peace and quiet. She usually finds this quiet area to hide away and take a break from the hundreds of questions people ask her. And she takes a small breath. It is very, it's very tiring when you're so important. And as she says that, someone lurks from atop one of the crates.
Thank goodness I was able to find you.
Oh, it is you, stranger. She steps out and looks up at you. Well, I believe it would be hard for a conversation to happen if you're so high up. Why don't you come down?
She hesitates for a moment and then slowly steps down. There's been an issue with our mission.
An issue, you say?
The Swift Knight has been compromised. They have been locked in conflict with one of the... what the fuck was out of character?
Inquisitors?
Inquisitors, that's the bitch, okay. They are locked in conflict with one of the Inquisitors.
Well, I didn't expect them to be caught so quickly.
Is there anything I can do?
Well, I don't believe the Swift Knight will be harmed. If they're ever hurt, I believe she would just simply run away.
But it's also... It was my incompetency that caused the issue in the first place. I should have been looking harder. And now it's...
She puts a tentative hand on your shoulder. There is no one to blame for this. You did not have all the information. And it seems that you've gone through much. If you could tell me the story, and I'll listen. And I'll see what I can help you with.
She sighs.
And you could just TLDR the story to her and...
LDR. We broke into the place. Big bone
XYZ.
monster. XYZ, yeah.
Oh, wow. That is quite interesting. I should ask you to let me in on some of these stories more often, she says.
Don't do them for fun.
Well, I don't believe any story I tell was a fun time for the hero.
She just shakes her head.
Well, it seems you've captured the individual who is responsible for the power of the husks, but still the one who is responsible for making them is still not here.
Have you ever heard anything about a Mr. Lazy?
She hears that name and frowns. Mr. Lazy. I've heard that name and nothing good from it. If If you wish to know, they are a businessman for gods. Quite a powerful one. Not much is known. Many gods try to learn more about this Mr. Lazy, but they are quite adept at evading them.
So how do I get strong enough to find them?
She smiles. Well, if you wish to get strong enough to find them, I believe you should do something to gain some infamy. She
groaned.
takes a step back, looking you up and down. My power works on how famous or infamous you are. And a ghost is strong. It is scary, something that keeps people up at night. But you know what would be more scary, more intimidating? Something to give you some real power.
What would that be?
The ghosts who bested the Inquisitors. I believe this is part of the Swift Knight's plan, don't you think? She knows how my power works, and if this plan succeeds, you should be strong enough to find this Mr. Lazy.
So I should have just stayed and fought with SK after all?
She shakes her head. No. Swift Knight wants you to take the fight at their own home. The Inquisitor's base. See, it is not a well-known secret, but the Inquisitors, a very sneaky bunch. She leans in. They do not have guards at their base. There always is one Inquisitor at the base at all times for safety, but that just means there is only one Inquisitor at the base. I believe you should be strong enough to deal with such an individual. Just make sure it's not justice.
So I need to go to their office and just beat up the biggest guy in the yard?
Yes, and break the Swift Knight out.
Probably need some time to prepare, but
She nods. Once you do, I believe, word will spread, and you will get exponentially stronger. Make sure to advertise your name, please.
my
The ghost. She says with a grand gesture. Make sure the rumor spreads.
of course. Well, if you can't help me further, then I suppose I'll head back to it.
Don't worry, I won't be leaving you on your own. You always have my power. And I can give you a little bit more, if you wish.
I'm going to need everything I can.
She nods. The only thing I ask of you is to not make this boring. And she grabs your hand, and you feel a power surge into your body as. Hold on. Let me. There we go. You see your body turn a little bit translucent or transparent. I don't remember the word.
See through.
See-through. Your body turns a little bit more see-through. A ghost should look the part, right?
She looks down at her hands.
And by the way, you get a move magic. You can move yourself through objects by spending mana. And now you have minor telekinesis where you can move objects also using mana.
Cool. Okay.
Let me make you not so transparent. Let me put you at 0.8, 0.5. Let's see. Yeah, that's a lot better.
Oh yeah. Okay. Thank you. I am loath to say it, but
It is okay to worship me, she says.
walk away. I'll be off then.
She waves. You know where to find me. And if you don't, well, you know what to do.
And the stranger is going to walk off, hopefully back to wherever the artist god and her friend is.
You leap off into the distance. You realize that your jumps are a lot more lighter. You can move a lot more quicker as you leave the area. And we change to the next scene. We change the music. And get the next stuff ready. So.
Yay! I didn't know this.
Smile.
Apparently, transparent also means easy to detect and see, whereas translucent is something that makes it harder to see things through it. But transparent things make it easier to see things through it, apparently.
Wouldn't translucent, doesn't that just mean opaque? Making things more difficult to see through?
Opaque means that it is, translucent is the midpoint between opaque and transparent.
Okay.
I see.
Yes. It's impossible to see through something that is entirely opaque. It is possible but difficult to see through a translucent thing, and then it's possible, if not easier, to see through a transparent thing. Apparently.
Let me relive this next scene.
Yay.
The camera's in the right spot. And let me bring you guys in.
Alright.
Yes!
And now we're back.
Walks in. Looks.
You walk in, you see them. Dude, sit at the bar. Ymir's got a big old fucking keg of ale.
Oh, Midnight's back.
Hey guys. Look who I just found. She slaps him on the back and he's like,
Oh, that's good. It's good to see that you're actually...
Yeah.
still got air and bolt wounds all over my body. He rubs his back.
Ooh, jeez.
Some like rough bandaging around his body.
Those are
It's-
really rough.
Yeah,
It's-
I'm bleeding like a stuck pig.
It's good to see that you're alive, Ymir.
No, it's... Drinks never tasted better. Starts downing some more ale. Yeah. Little guy, what's up?
Yeah, I have finished the thing.
He's sure he's thinking.
Hold on.
It taps Calorie's shoulder. Oh.
There are two guards right there.
Yeah, that's why I called it the thing.
Oh, but I'm not sure Ymir's going to remember.
Actually, Ymir, is Dr. Minnow still in the room? Do
Yeah,
you know in Midnight?
Dr. Minnow's still in there. My sister's watching over him.
Will there be enough room for all of us to be in there?
for everyone? You want everyone in?
All of us.
I guess we can kind of squeeze in.
There's
It'll
something
probably just be for a minute.
there may be something I need to discuss with all of us.
Hmm.
Sure thing.
Yeah.
All right, let me drag all the NPCs inside.
Yay!
This is important.
Remember, don't walk up the stairs. You have to drag yourself off of them, or else you get trapped and teleported in hell.
Hello, we're back.
Hey, hey! Hi, Emlyn. Hi, Dr. Minnow.
Yo, Emlyn waves. Minnow nods. Hello, everyone. A little crowded in here.
Yes. Dr. Minnow, I come here with a update on my belief on what is going on with Dr. Hamicia.
Oh, yes, please, if you could.
With my current understanding, I do not believe Dr. Hamicia has committed any crimes themselves. I believe Dr. Hamicia has been imprisoned to stop potential crimes they have done in an alternate timeline.
Huh?
Well, that doesn't seem quite fair. He hasn't committed those crimes yet.
Dr. Hamicia is also, from what I experienced, has memories from the other timeline, in addition to the memories they have now.
Oh.
How could that be?
I do not know, but I believe that is the basis for their imprisonment.
Perhaps he knows something he shouldn't.
Perhaps, well, I do not believe they know what the problem is that they could know.
Hmm.
Also, I figured out who sent me to go obtain, who sent the request for the retrieval of that object, the parcel.
Oh, yes, you did say we were retrieving it for someone else.
That someone else was me,
He
From
looks
another-
incredibly confused.
from another timeline.
Ah, yes, it loops back around. This makes complete sense. And I was like, huh? Ymir's nodding along, but you could tell he is drunk and not paying attention.
No, no,
Myself from a,
Midnight. You see, Sparrow never met her, but Sparrow met her, but he didn't meet her.
Let me continue. Yes, let me. Myself from another timeline interacted and made a request to the god of dreams to implant myself in this timeline with a dream to retrieve the package.
Very strange.
The timeline also indicates that I was still within university, much like the timeline that Dr. Hamicia envisioned when he saw me the first time. I believe there is a connection.
I suppose that does make sense. How did Amicia... He must have... Maybe he experimented on himself with something. He did say he had some sort of secret project that he was working on.
That project, could it have been attaching one's shadow to themselves, perhaps, once again, from a separate timeline? Memories were able to be transferred through shadows.
True. It sounds so insane to be able to get memories from a different timeline entirely. It seems so difficult. How could the mind even process all of that?
Well,
That's-
I know at least no gods are able to do such a things. Perhaps the toll it has taken upon a mortal mind is great enough that it has done what it has to Dr. Hamicia.
Did he seem okay?
When speaking to me, initially, yes, whenever they seem to swap back to what I'm assuming Dr. Hamicia of this timeline, they seemed a bit tired. Drained, if you will. Confused. That could be because of the missing memory.
You see Minnow like pull out a notepad and start writing things down. I wouldn't believe it's because of the missing memory. I do believe that if you know how disorientating it could be to be even sent a specific dream, imagine an entire lifetime put inside your head that is different.
Yes.
It could very much do some lasting damage to someone in the long term.
With these statements in mind, I do not believe it is there is a legal method in which to remove them from what guilt they have, considering their guilt in this instance was an action performed in another timeline that they are attempting to remove their existence to, I'm assuming, prevent.
This is very bad. Is there a way for him to just forget those other memories? Or I guess if there was, they wouldn't be executing him.
I'm not sure. Perhaps they are just unaware of a method to do so otherwise. Not even you or I, likely not even Dr. Hamicia himself, fully understands the situation they're in at the moment.
But if the memories were gone, then they
Even
could
if the
be
memories
freed.
even if the memories were gone, I'm assuming an argument that they would make is they might still take the same actions they did before.
So no matter what, they will try their best they'll try their best to execute him.
That is my current theory, yes.
Dr. Minnow looks down at the bed. She has this horrified look on her face.
There is a different possibility. It's a long shot.
What would that be?
Incredibly dangerous. We could try and break them out.
I
It
mean,
would be incredibly difficult.
If there are no legal methods, there's always illegal.
Dr. Minnow begins thinking, a way to break someone out of the sunken dungeon. Well, the dungeon only comes up once a week, and that's when it's at its most defended.
well, what about when it's going back down? They gotta get all the people off of it, right?
Well, most. There are a few guards that stay inside for the whole week.
So you're saying that it would be possible to... How defended is it when it rises back?
When it rises back, there are several guards at the ready to head inside.
That's why I'm thinking when it's going down, because then they're all like, oh, the shift's over, I gotta get out of here. Yes. How does Dr. Hamicia fare athletically?
Well, he wasn't an athletic man by any means.
Oh,
It has certainly not done him any better being in a jail cell.
yes.
Looks at Tess.
Where's the?
She smiles.
Where is the calendar?
True.
I can't find the calendar.
Hit on the left side, the journal note bookmark
Yes.
stuff.
The journal note, quest log, quest tracker, simple
I
calendar.
think.
Yeah,
Yes,
simple
sir.
calendar.
And it happens on Sundays, is that correct?
Just Sundays.
Is there
We have 4 chances, theoretically, before the execution.
is there any sort of anti-magic around the prison?
would assume so.
Anti-magic? Not necessarily. There is ways of detecting magic, yes, and countermeasures for it, but no anti-magic.
I might could get him out.
How so?
Wolm has supplied me certain benefits for moving my for moving myself and others places.
I see. Midnight speaks up. You're talking about some sort of teleportation?
Yeah.
If you teleport in the sunken dungeon, they have a teleport anchor in the Inquisitor's personal jail cell.
Ooh.
What if it wasn't teleportation?
If you're moving really fast, I guess it's not teleportation, but any sort of teleportation-like abilities just redirect straight to the Inquisitor's place.
What
And
if...
where would that be?
I have an idea.
It's actually just down the road from the dungeon, so.
I have an idea. Calorie, do you have the ability to enter shadows? I know Velm is able to do that.
Let me see. And kind of. I can enter my own shadow, in a sense, to teleport.
Could you hide in a shadow?
Yeah, Cal, you got the illusion casting mode.
Yeah, I think I could do that.
Could you hide somebody else in a shadow with you?
Yeah, I think so. I did it with you all.
That hook guy
could-
also did it.
Thinks he was just hidden in a different location when it was teleportation, Pim.
And even if I can't, I guess there's an option to see if I could.
Yeah.
If theoretical, as a first level, as a plan A, I could enter the dungeon once again under the guise of confirming further legal matters, with you hidden within my shadow. We enter. You bring them into the shadow with you, and we leave.
I think that sounds like a great idea.
And plan B, swim it.
Swimming? Do you know how far deep you are?
Well,
You'd
like I
drown
said,
before you reach the surface.
while it's going down. Though, that's kind of stupid. Throwing him in for a crime he might commit. What? Like...
I suppose we must ask the question.
Yeah.
Why did they alter the timeline in the first place?
Right.
It could be whatever was done was so the effect was so overarching that it had to be, the past had to be completely rewritten to make sure it did not happen again.
Guess we'd have to ask him, right?
Yeah.
I don't believe we'll have to ask Dr. Hamisia. We'll likely be asking me,
But the other you.
the other me.
Yeah. Do you think the other you knows us?
I don't know. But if they truly have lived their whole life in that college, I do not believe they likely would have.
Oh.
The other me, I don't believe, is an orphan.
Right.
So, and Emlyn kind of walks up. Your plan involves a lot less people than all of us here. What's the rest of us gonna do? What if shit goes
Well-
south?
That, I suppose, is plan B.
Plan B, we duke it out in the streets or something? I mean,
Do you want to do that, or would you like to be a little bit more quiet about it?
yeah, I'd rather not skip town, so.
No, I'd want to do this in a method that implements any of us personally.
What I can help with is a little bit of the stealth. You know how I can reduce things to nothing?
Hmm.
I can try. I haven't, fucked too hard with people's memory. I fucked with their emotions. I can try and reduce our faces to nothing. Their in their memories or something like that.
That could
If
be
someone sees us.
Ooh.
could be interesting. Although I'll still have to file paperwork to get in.
Though, if a power exists thus that it can reduce things
I
to
just remembered.
nothing.
What's midnight looking like right now?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
We're talking about
Yeah.
Crime.
crime. It's midnight looking like they're vibing with breaking somebody out.
She's fine with it.
Hasn't committed a
Okay,
crime.
Making sure.
If a power exists that can reduce something to nothing, if you can reach into people's memories, again, is execution really the easiest method for them?
I would assume so. It's likely the easiest method for most of them. Probably the one they could agree the most on.
Oh. Yeah, you know what? That makes sense.
Instead of arguing about the specifics of what and what not to remove, removing the problem entirely. Easiest shortcut.
It's easy to just off the guy that's causing all the problems, especially if they're immortal. If they're a god, it's a whole other bag of worms. But if it's just a guy, a person, they really wouldn't care.
Yeah, trying to kill a god, that's crazy.
I
Yeah!
couldn't imagine someone doing that.
Yeah.
Hmm. I do think we might need more time to plan. I still believe it's a little bit half-baked.
Well-
It certainly can't be as easy as we're making it out to be.
We got time, don't we?
We got 4 weeks. Someone says.
I mean, I'd prefer to do it as fast as we can. The closer we get to their execution, I'm assuming the more they're thinking it's more likely that something's going to be done, if they're expecting anything. The sooner we do it, the less likely they're going to expect it.
Well, wait. So there are gods that can see into the future. But it's not the future, it's another.
I don't believe it's seeing into the future. I believe they are seeing into what is effectively an alternate present and an alternate past.
Huh.
Heard it's like seeing like an infinite amount of possible possibilities.
Must be quite the toll on their focus.
Hmm. Jeez.
This is why I don't deal with all that nonsense. Just erase your own fate.
Yeah.
Spiritually, I must be against that statement, but
No, I'm rocking that.
Well, I mean, it's easy to say when your fate is living within the next couple weeks. My fate wasn't like that.
I will say, even if our plan were to work well, I think the amount of scrutiny possible by the nearby guards could cause an issue. We may want to create a diversion to take away to divert their attention as much as possible to increase chances of success.
Diversion. But
No, so what you thinking of?
I would need. It would certainly need to be something loud.
We get a riot started or something?
Right, could be interesting. That would certainly take care of the local guards to whatever. What is it called? Whatever jail we are doing that to.
Sunken
suppose one of the-
dungeon?
Well, are you suggesting starting a riot in the sunken dungeon itself?
Yeah, somewhere near, like the night docks.
Night dogs. Another thing we might want to consider is theoretical intervention by the Inquisitors.
yes.
Shivers.
Yeah, if one does come, what are we gonna do?
Well, we can either point Midnight at one of them or Ymir at one of them. If neither of them are with us, then we run really fast, maybe?
Does
I
the
wouldn't want Ymir or Midnight to get on the bad side of the Inquisitors on our behalf.
Looks at Midnight.
Midnight, I'm assuming you do not want to be on the bad side of the Inquisitors.
Yeah, it'd probably ruin my chances of being an actual official knight.
And Ymir, I'm assuming it would cut a little bit into your business having possible heat on you.
I mean, I could just skip town, I guess, but he shrugs. Wouldn't be the first time I got in trouble.
Fair enough.
heat on your back?
Looks looks at Calorie.
Oh yeah. Calorie crawls under the bed for a moment, pulls the axe out.
Oh shit! I forgot to ask you to get me one of these.
Yeah, I made it.
Well, how much money was it again?
You can say
The
any
little
amount.
angel and devil on little angel and devil on Calorie's shoulders.
Need. Okay, so listen, Ymir's awesome, but he also just came into money from doing a job.
Contracts
also
are
he's
contracts. You
awesome.
should not deviate.
But consider it's going to be 1 gold per person to get across that bridge.
Calorie will choose honesty this time.
This time.
We agree. We agreed upon 5 gold.
No, yeah, that sounds about right. That's his hand. Okay, fine. Gives you 5 gold.
Yay. business transaction.
Color
Oh,
is
I
so
like the
much
flame
gold.
decals.
Yeah, I know, right? I think it'll make it swing faster.
Yeah, it sure does. Dr. Minnow, please don't swing that thing near me. Oh, sorry.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Would. Hmm.
I don't know.
I do
where
believe we have a
come
good basis of a plan.
in. Oh,
We'll need specifics. We'll need to work
Yes.
through a lot more specifics over the coming days. We have 4 of them until the morning of Sunday. Well, I suppose we'll be doing it in the evening.
Most likely, yeah. So that teleportation anchor thing, does that just apply to the dungeon itself? Or
No,
like
it-
the area around it?
It applies to everywhere in the Stormgate district.
Really?
Any type of teleportation, and boop, you're in the Inquisitor's dungeon.
is it illegal to teleport in the Stormgate district?
No, not exactly per law, but they want to see why people are teleporting, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So, if they determine that you're not, well, I wouldn't want to be questioned by an Inquisitor in the first place. But if they determine that you're not there for a bad reason, you do get out.
What if you
I
got
really w-
teleported?
Either way, you wouldn't want to get questioned by an Inquisitor.
This is true.
That is
Really
true.
However, it could make for some reconnaissance if we at least knew what the inside of there was like.
Yeah.
If it's anywhere in the Stormgate, then well, I think I'd have a okay plan.
Pim thinks for a second.
Oh. So, in terms of any legal record, the only thing showing that Callery is contracted with Volm is the literal contract. You
Probably
haven't,
that and my
like-
missing arm.
Oh, well, yeah.
But it's not illegal to worship Volm.
Right.
It's just suspicious, but
Yes.
If they don't find out it's you, but they do find out it's a follower of Volm that did this, Volm gets in trouble for it.
Oh.
Volm?
Hmm?
I haven't cited your name.
What?
Have you been listening?
Yes, I've been listening.
Do you have any qualms with getting in trouble again?
I'm already on their bad side.
Well,
But if I were to be exiled from the city, I don't believe they would do something like that.
wait, are you in the city?
Physically, no.
Oh,
I am out and about right now. Currently in a field. It's quite nice.
oh. That's lovely.
Any flowers?
There were.
Did you eat them?
Not really. I was fighting somebody.
Did you eat their shadows?
Yes.
Do flower shadows taste like flowers?
Unfortunately, yes.
Ooh.
Unfortunately.
I am not a herbivore.
Ah. Wait.
Do not question further.
well, My thinking is if we want to get an idea of the process in there and what it might be like if we had to break out of that, if I just teleport in the Stormgate district, we could probably easily come up with something where, I just wasn't aware.
But
Which we could make technically not a lie.
while that is true, it would create a. They would probably write it down, that Calorie is
There would be
a
record.
follower of Vol, and then a suspicious activity would happen with a follower of Vol
Mhm.
in the same relative time frame.
Well, I don't imagine we'd be doing this first thing.
I guess.
I imagine when it first rises up. Because it rises up every week, yeah?
Yeah.
If we've got 4 weeks, we should probably use the next rise to get information before we try any kind of breakout.
I still think we should at least give it an attempt.
The legal
if you
side of
think so.
things? Or.
At least to see what all is theoretically possible. Even if we don't grab them, I still think we should attempt the going in together part.
Right.
Is that the dark because it's nighttime?
Yeah. Before you guys know it, it does become dusk, late afternoon,
The evening.
the evening.
I'm
Oh,
still
man.
gotta eat.
I do gotta eat. Oh.
Do you have money?
I have 2 copper.
Oh, here, have a silver.
Oh!
He smiles. Pim's monetary value skyrockets through the roof. Let me write that down. Silver.
Oh, then I should go downstairs and use this
Yeah.
to get food.
I've got one more project to work on.
Oh, yeah.
Looks at midnight.
Yeah.
She waves. A lack of some fingers.
Tiny, can I make a check for that tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
Because everyone in this room is chill.
What was the last negative? Let me scroll up to the last calorie roll.
That was a good
It
question.
was
I
a
just-
-8, so it's now it's a -7.
Yeah, I just remember if I get another partial, it is completed.
Yeah, if you get another
Yes.
partial, you're good.
Okay. A flat roll. Bro,
Are you serious?
it's a
Only a
flat
failure.
roll.
Wait, did you add your? Oh my
Because
god!
it adds up to 7.
Wow! Oh my god! You literally had everything, and you just need to roll not a 1, and you literally couldn't.
Tiny. Tiny, can I roll luck? Can I magic that into a partial?
into a partial success? Let me see. Partial success. You need to spend. What's your mana limit at the moment?
10, isn't it?
42. Oh, my mana limit's 10.
Mana
So I
limit's
spend
10.
5 to increase it by 5 and roll with a +5. So I
Yeah.
spend all 10 mana.
Yeah.
Alright. So, magic roll.
Yep.
5 mana spent. Any GM modifiers or just the +5?
Just the +5.
Let's go.
Let's go!
All right. You are good. You, Sparrow. You do a little bit of luck manipulation and calorie. You make the fingers. They're actually like you don't know what it is about flexing joints that is incredibly difficult to you. For some reason, every time you try to make the joints, they've just been inflexible. It's just hard for those fingers to curl. But Sparrow helps you out a little bit. You're able to accidentally get it right, and you're like, okay, I'm not touching it anymore. It works. Like,
He's not thinking about that anymore. Fingers are terrible to draw. I'm like, here you go, Midnight.
oh, thank you. Like new fingers. She like flexes them. They kind of work completely fine. Nope, I won't forget this, Calorie. If you ever need my help, just give me a call.
Okay, I'll remember that.
Oh.
Anyways, I think my friends are here. Midnight leaves the room and
Yo!
runs downstairs.
It's
I'll stay up
them!
here for the night.
It's the gang.
Yeah, it's the gang.
Oh god, what's Pim gonna order? He looks, are they eating anything?
Let me look at the menu. See if they would eat anything from here.
Oh, market service, great kind of.
Lavender would be eating the potatoes, and
Those are pretty
Titan would
good.
be eating the roast pig beast.
Yo. Hmm.
Midnight gets
I-
herself the bread and soup.
Then it would be awkward if I didn't get food and then sat with them. uh. Yeah, I think Pim also gets the potatoes again. I think he liked them earlier and wants more.
Man, so brave after eating fucking
The soup?
shit-ass potatoes
Yeah.
in the old district.
Listen, the grass is better, it's just different here.
The grass is literally greener.
Alright, back down to 8 copper. Sits down with roasted potato. Not sharing this time because he needs that partial so
A plus
badly.
4. I believe in you.
It's time for him to consume a food. Thank God.
Oh my god, it's 2 partials. It counts.
Let's
It's fine.
go.
It's 2 partials.
Ah,
See Titan, see you sit down. No, it looks like you were pretty hungry.
yeah, I had like half a portion of them earlier, and I was just like, I could go for a full portion, and I was right. I've been trying
Anyways,
to.
I got your gauntlets.
Oh, already?
Well, your gauntlet.
Yeah.
He places it down.
Ooh.
A friend of mine made this.
Really?
Yep.
What's their name?
No. Hold on, let me look
Yay.
at the NPC list.
Yay!
What was his name actually?
Titan looking at hand.
Okay, what map is the fucking blacksmith shop in? Name's Zeph.
Zaf. Oh, I'll have to stop by and thank Zaf one day.
Pim tries it on.
You put on the gauntlet. So it's a little bit custom made.
Oh.
In case you ever contract yourself with a god, you can channel over the power into that gauntlet.
Blinks.
Ah. Yes, contracted magic.
Yeah. It's a little it conducts magic a little bit. So it's pretty good at
Ooh.
sending out your power. And besides that, it's pretty good at punching things.
I am ecstatic to receive this item. Trade offer. I will punch you really hard one day if you make me able to punch you really hard one day. This is how to become friends with Titan. I think Pim just spends a long time just like clicking it. Just like looking at it. This is the second nicest thing I think he's ever owned.
You spend a lot of time looking at it. Lavender does a little clap. And Midnight speaks up. Looks good on you.
Thanks.
It's on his right fist, I'll say.
Okay.
If I can make that distinction, unless Titan made that distinction. It was just like, I think Pim's a lefty.
That'd be funny, but so
Yeah.
you see Midnight squint. Did you ever decide if you're gonna be one of us?
I think.
Leans forward, crossing ungauntleted fingers with gauntleted fingers because he refuses to take it off now.
I think. Yes. I want to be strong like you guys. Strong like you, Midnight. And you, Titan. And you, Lavender.
You see they all cheer and raise a glass. Well then, you're gonna have to get to our power level.
Right.
We've all been training since we've been kids, so we're gonna have to catch you up with us. Like, smiles.
He nods. He does not know what he has agreed to.
But because you're busy with all that junk, I guess we'll wait till, all that stuff blows over.
Mm.
So maybe next month we can start?
Ooh. Yeah. I mean, we'll probably be.
Thanks.
We'll probably be better off by then.
He doesn't say moved in. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to put that in stone.
We'll probably be better off in a month's time. A lot more settled, at least. And I'll
plus
be a lot more acclimated to this.
And if you become a royal knight, then I can then have someone to bug all the time. And Lavender has a friend to bug all the time, and Lavender shakes her head like no.
and Pim nods like yeah.
And you guys sit, you laugh, you talk.
Yeah.
Anything else anyone's gonna do for the rest of the night, or that is
Going to
the night?
bed.
All right.
Yeah.
I think Calorie is going to use her new funny thing and place a shadow anchor somewhere outside, like in the bushes.
Okay.
She's going to let everyone know, but she's going to go back to the first home to sleep.
The first home. So you're gonna spend the gold for it?
Thought I got a free way to go back from.
Oh, you gotta go back with.
You have to go back with Midnight.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me think here. Can I make that joke?
I'm so sorry. No.
No, hold on. Is that a no impossible or a chance?
No, impossible.
It'll get us our stuff back. It's 1 gold. And I gotta see Lithers in the morning anyway, so I just gotta be over there regardless.
I mean, you
hurt.
got 4 gold.
I have 6 gold.
We'd have to do it at
You have 6 gold.
you got 4 gold. Yeah.
I
You'd
got
have
5
to go
gold for
over at
Mimir.
some point.
Do you want to do it now, or?
You know what? Might as well.
Okay.
Okay.
She'll spend the gold.
You remember, it says gold to go and a gold to come back.
Well,
That's
here's
what
my
the shadow's
thinking.
for.
Oh,
That's why I
that's
placed
the
the shadow
shadows for
anchor.
it. Yeah, that is
I
completely
ain't paying
fair.
that other gold. I'm just teleporting back.
That's actually fair. So, what furniture are you and Volm carrying?
So it says I can only bring 1 person, but does that? What's the limits on the furniture? How much could
I think you can grab like a piece of furniture, and Volm can also grab a piece of furniture.
Okay, so 2 pieces.
Let me
So could I
put
get
you
Table
both?
and
Could I get
chair.
both? Could I get both the bunk beds?
Let me put you in the house so you can remember what's in here.
I'm pretty sure
It's
the
all
only.
still there, right?
Yes, it's all stereo. No
Oh,
one
thank
robbed
God.
Second question. Did we remember to give Calorie the key?
you. Calorie, you could break through the window. It's fun.
The fuck?
You find the spare key you left near the potato.
Yeah, very next to it.
No, the proof we're gonna lose the potato!
It'll still be there.
You come back just for the singular potato.
Well,
Could I
now
get
it's a
both?
ghost potato. That means Tess has another friend.
Could I get both bunk beds?
I'll say, yeah, okay. You can get the both bunk beds with this teleport.
But
Man,
the table and
chair.
chair.
Yeah, the table and chair.
The pot.
Saying goodbye to the old district.
Thinking
Hold
real
on, Tony, I
hard.
have a question.
Yeah.
Calorie just walked to the house completely unimpeded.
Oh my god, thank you for reminding me. Hold the fuck on,
All
Calorie.
right.
Hold the fuck on. I haven't opened this in so long.
What
The
is it?
randomly
How could you
random
do
encounter
this?
table at night. Let me open this shit up.
I'm just keeping us honest.
That's
you.
fair.
Thank you for reminding me, Rigo.
Now roll
All right.
now roll the 8 so we get the best
All
possible
right,
thing.
roll me the d10.
Okay. 4.
4.
Have we rolled 4 before? 4?
I don't think so.
No, you did roll 4 before. That was when Invoke tried to hide with you. He was being chased by what's your nuts.
Well, we know that's not happening again.
Yeah.
So,
Get hit with a random midnight
Calorie.
event.
Well, actually, this is fitting. Calorie. Let me go to here. Calorie. You walk around at night.
Okay. I'm
You
still
didn't
on the other
notice.
map.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
You didn't notice, but at some point, a strange fog rolled in. It became too dark to see. You started walking in this dense fog, seemingly lost for some time. And as you you finally breach through the fog. Hold on. You end up here. You're on a beach. The sand beneath your feet is black and coarse. And you see a singular light in the distance.
Oh man, now I'm really lost. She'll approach the light and kind of like call out before she reaches it. Hello, I'm approaching.
You hear a voice call out, hello, welcome. Come in.
And she'll step on in.
You step into the hut. I haven't seen a customer in quite some time.
Oh, this is a shop.
Yes, this is my shop. She pulls out a cup and pours some hot tea in it, offers it to you.
Let me think. Calorie is unsupervised. Calorie will take this tea and drink it without question.
She does a laugh before turning back to normal. You see, I'm quite excited.
Oh, why's that?
I haven't had a customer in quite some time.
Oh yeah, that checks out. Well, what do you peddle?
I peddle many things. She goes over here and opens a chest and show the players.
Oh,
You have the money for this.
I can afford. I can afford this place. Okay. Okay. The dagger is alive?
Oh, yes, very much so. I believe that it's a trapped soul of some kind.
Oh wow.
But it only wishes for murder, not much of a conversationalist.
Oh yeah, only murder. That's that. See. Okay. Foggy. Let me think here. Hold on. Where's my? Ah, this is all neat. Where'd you get all this stuff?
Oh, I get most of my wares from Dead Pass. Many of the undead that I take care of give them to me. In thanks of my service.
Let me see. And I assume these are the descriptions like she gives me when I inquire about these things.
Yes.
There's a serial killer in the city.
You haven't heard?
No.
They're quite infamous. Be
Where do they
careful
go?
walking around at night.
Is it you?
No, thankfully.
Oh, that's good.
By
don't know
the
what I'd
way,
have done if you
mechanics
said-
wise, guys, the first time you roll a 1, you meet Rin, but the second time you roll a 1, watch out.
Oh. Oh, that's not good.
Watch the fuck out.
Okay. Detonate. Okay. Holy shit. And
You can also
what?
take a look at it after session if you
Gotcha.
still
I
need
guess
some time
you'll
to buy
also.
things.
I guess you'll also ask. Hey, why is your potion also a poison? Can you make it just a potion?
What do you mean it's a poison?
You said it's equal parts health potion and poison.
Well, that's what makes it effective, doesn't it?
Is that how that works?
You see, it's quite troublesome making something potent that also doesn't kill the living.
Huh.
It's easier to work with the dead.
Are you dead?
Me? Heavens no.
Oh, what are you?
I'm a human.
Oh, okay. I just
Just
couldn't-
says with very
Yeah, you should believe that. I couldn't see your ears or anything, so I wasn't sure.
Of course, I see. And you must be a goblin. I haven't seen many of those.
Yeah, I've only seen a few of my own kind as well. We're not common.
I see. I haven't even seen an undead goblin in the Dead Pass.
Huh. I wonder where we're all at.
Well, not in this country, I suppose.
Well, I haven't in this country, but yeah, I guess so. Haven't I seen you at the tavern before?
Yes, I do partake in drinking every now and then.
Okay. Do you also sell directions? I think I am incredibly lost. I was on a paved street when I got here.
Oh, heavens, I did not know you were lost. Well, I can guide the way for you.
Oh, thanks. Well, I guess I should also buy something. What are you
Yes,
doing here at a shop?
it would be very convenient for me and convenient for you.
That staff, it's just magic, right? It's not magitech or anything.
As far as I know, that is magic.
Okay, let me see here.
Then again, she thinks it could simply be a natural phenomenon.
Oh, it's the natural world, not magic? I didn't know that.
Well, it's debated whether magic is natural or not.
Hmm.
When a god dies, truly dies, everything under their domain disappears as well.
Oh,
Have you ever heard of the god of the Aether?
no.
It is quite an old tale from long ago. The Aether was a magnificent thing. It is hard for it to be described in texts. There were creatures that lived in it, people that thrived in it. It was its own thing, as air was air, water was water, and grass was grass. But the Voltan army killed them, and the domain, the Aether, ceased to exist. Every single plant that thrived in there, every single animal, every single person, they either adapted or they died.
Hmm. But it's
It's,
still around then?
she
Just
shakes her
there?
head no.
Oh.
The Aether does not exist. We don't even know what it looks like.
Is it possible a god could ever come back that's of the Aether?
Hulda shrugs. Usually, if gods are killed, they simply reincarnate or pass on their powers. But somehow, the West Voltan Empire found out how to truly kill a god.
Hmm.
It's what makes them so scary.
Yeah, that is kind of scary.
Thankfully, as far as I know, no other gods have ever been killed since.
Hmm. So I think she's. Her last question is, I guess before I make a purchase, so the dagger's got a person in it. Does that mean the dagger is the person now?
Well, I'm no expert in magical items, but these does seem to be some sort of trapped soul. I mean, I can only assume.
Do you have any issues with gods?
No, I'm pacted to a god.
Oh, who's your god?
My god is Urgoth, the god of the dead.
Do they hate Volm?
I believe they are very good friends.
Oh, okay. I'll buy the dagger then.
She nods and hands you the dagger. It is stained with blood. She has it like wrapped in a linen cloth, hands it to
Oh wow, it comes with free linen.
you. Yes, you can keep it. I do have to warn you, the dagger does not clean. Any blood that's on it does not dry.
That's fine.
It's quite a messy thing to have, so I'm glad to rid my hands of it.
I think I think for what's going on, that eye might be helpful if it does what you say.
Yeah, say that again?
The eye, the foggy eye, might be
Oh, yeah.
helpful.
Yes, foggy eye is quite helpful. I often leave it on my table when I'm out. Make sure nothing happens in my shop.
That checks out. I think that's all I'm after.
She nods. Well then, if you wish for some directions to go back, she walks over. May I? She motion like offers a hand.
Oh, yeah. And she'll
She
stick her in.
moves her her arm rope thingies that are like really big and puts them over your head, your eyes.
Okay. She does not protest.
And when you open them, you're over here.
Oh wow, that's great service.
And you move the chairs.
Yeah, I think I've got it. I'm gonna take a bed and the chair.
Okay.
One of the bunks and the chair.
Take one of
She wants to check one thing as well.
Oh, are you gonna check?
She's gonna ask Volm to come out.
Hold on, let me. Volm is going to. He's gonna pop out Shallery.
Oh hey,
Yes, hello, Calorie.
I got you something.
Oh, a gift.
Yeah, here. I don't know if you can do anything with it or eat it. And she gives him the dagger.
What is this?
It's a dagger. It's got a soul of some guy in it. So, if you hold it up, look, the dagger leaves a shadow, so I don't know if that's how this works.
Ah, I see. Soul of a trapped person.
Yeah.
It's quite messy. He says, like the blood drips onto the floor.
Yeah, it's I don't know how we stop that.
Well, let's leave it wrapped up for now. I'm not sure if eating that shadow would have any adverse side effects.
I hope it's helpful. I spent 2 whole gold on it.
Well, what do you know about this dagger?
Huh? Oh, yeah, it was found in the hut of some dead cultist, worshipped some god, something about a bleeding book.
You see those stuff like that? Say that name again.
Bleeding book?
Gallery, you must destroy that knife and get rid of it.
What? I spent 2 gold on it. I'm not getting rid of it.
Gallery, the bleeding book is an old god.
Yeah. You want to clarify what that means for me?
Oh, goodness, what do they teach? What do they teach people nowadays?
I just don't pay a lot of attention to things not in my immediate interest.
Well, the best way to explain old gods is that they are natural disasters, like an earthquake or a hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
It is something you cannot stop, simply you plan around. It cannot be reasoned with, because they're too crazy. And they are by far the most powerful beings in this world. You see, the old gods were very, forgettable. It was easy to not care about them when they lived in their domain, doing nothing. But after the calamity and all the gods had to flee here, the overworld, They made their existence our problem. We do not want any items that could potentially draw the attention of an old god.
I see. Can you get me my 2 gold back?
Why did you spend 2 gold on it?
Because it's cool, and I thought it would have like a shadow because it's got a person in there, so I thought you could eat it. I was trying to be nice.
I suppose. It is a very nice gesture, but the last thing I want to do is invoke the wrath of one of the old gods.
Well, then I'll keep it.
Just try not to stab anyone with it or something.
What
I
am
don't
I
know.
supposed to do with it then?
I don't know. It's very scary.
You're calling it scary?
Yes, it's very scary. You don't mess with old gods. They can kill you.
I doubt some old god is gonna come because I stabbed someone with a dagger in self-defense.
Well, more realistically, if you use that dagger, it might invoke a contract with them.
You can have contracts with old gods, what?
Yes, the method is unknown because anyone who has a contract with an old god goes insane.
Well, that's also what they said about being in a contract with you.
No, it just happens that insane people contract with me.
Yeah, no, that checks out. Oh, wait, so that means I'm good then. There's no consequences.
No, well, the thing is, their very power corrupts the mind and the soul.
Oh.
You cannot save a cultist of an old god. Once they become one, they are incapable of saving, he says very carefully. Which is why every nation on the world has kill-on-sight orders for cultists of old gods.
Oh, I see. That's, ooh. $2 gold. To get rid of it. You're good friends with Lither. You're a good. Blithers is a good followers of yours.
Yes.
You can get him to give me 2 gold.
Give me a persuasion with a +2. Actually, +3.
Herschel, my rolls.
I would ask Lithers, but he had been complaining.
Oh, about me.
Yes, that you've been extorting him unfairly. So I do not wish to pick favorites. If you were to ask for money, you would have to ask him yourself, unfortunately.
Fine. I'll find a way to get rid of it or something.
Well, that seems like that. Let's carry these things.
Yeah.
And we move on to the next day. Let me go here. Let me quickly set up the next day.
Yay!
Bam, bam, and move some NPCs around.
Yay!
Okay. Let me. Boop. So what are y'all gonna be doing in the morning? What's your morning activity?
I don't know. I didn't think this far ahead.
Fair. Pim.
Hmm.
I
So,
thought I
are
was thinking we'd be
we?
calling it right now.
Oh, really?
I don't know. It's
I have,
kinda
I
late.
have one scene in mind to do before we
Okay.
end it, so
Alright,
I do want to see what some of you are gonna do, just for the morning action at the very least.
I suppose if it's my morning action, I'm here. I might go check out the Geist.
Okay.
Um. Are we sticking another day in the city or not in the city in the Grey Crown?
Yeah, you staying another night here.
Okay. Like we stayed another night, but
Yeah.
when are we planning on going back with Midnight?
I don't know.
I don't know. What do we need to go back for? I know we need to go back Sunday.
Sunday? Okay.
The day that we go back and begin the event. Or at least maybe a day before Sunday, but I kind of want to. I don't know. We just moved a bed over here.
Yeah.
That is true.
That's half of our beds.
We need to just start working on doors.
And we got the chair.
And we got
Got
the
the chair.
chair.
So Sparrow's gonna speak with Geist.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Sparrow's gonna
no,
speak
I'm going
with
to. I'm not
Geist.
going to speak with guys
Oh.
specifically. I am going to go to the guy's thing and pray.
You're gonna walk up
Oh,
to Geist
okay.
and speak to him directly.
I don't think I'm enough consequence to be able to do that.
Calorie's probably gonna go meet Lithers.
Okay.
Then
Alone? Uh-oh.
Well, she said
I
she'll attempt to listen in on how to be a more presentable follower in his
I
eyes.
think
Unless Pim wants to do something with me specifically. With that one person they met. Remember that guy? The guy who wanted... The guy Calorie talked to the monkey
Parker?
with.
Parker?
Parker.
I think that's the name, yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking about going directly to Parker, but I'm like I think Pim would be like, okay, let's have breakfast together first, though.
I mean, that's not,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's not our morning action,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
That's granted.
I think morning action is going to be I think Pim's going to go to the research facility.
Okay. We'll do Calorie and Sparrow and then end off with Pim.
That's scary.
Pim,
Heart
would
emoji.
would you invite me to come with you?
Are you able to while you go pray to your god?
I mean, I can just not do that. I got more days.
Yeah, you can come with me.
And you're the one who wanted me to... No,
Yeah.
that was Calorie
Oh,
who wanted me
wait.
to pray.
Yeah.
All right, pick a favorite.
You have asked me the most difficult question in my entire life.
Wait, it's not
Okay.
calorie?
Why would you
can
think...
only good.
I mean, no, neither of you are my favorite. I love you both very dearly and equally.
Aw.
You can always do my thing later if you want.
If that's all right with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really something, as far as I'm aware, that's on a time limit. So when it happens, it happens. And I mean, I guess obviously, you know, the risks, since I'm wanting to find out who's been affecting my parents and stuff. So
I do not believe you stated that directly, but I did assume, yes.
oh, I meant to say that.
Parents. Right. that would be...
If I'm remembering correctly, that was so long ago in real life, but Pim would definitely remember. Did Calorie say, like, that goblin over there on the docks is my dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
She- she
yes,
is-
they
she
sat
is
down and they
pointed
had a
both, though.
conversation. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, the goblin from the docks. The one who's always moving boxes and stuff.
Yeah, and the other one that was downstairs a couple nights ago.
I'm very sorry, but I do not believe I will ever be able to meet your father in person again.
Yes! Yes!
You embarrassed yourself in front of him. It's Joe.
Embarrassed myself once.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No.
Some crimes against some of my own crimes can never be forgiven.
That's not
Being
true.
cringe once is okay.
Calorie just thinking, what did he mean by that?
It's okay, Calorie. What did he mean by that?
But yeah, Pim would probably be like,
I'm going to go see Parker at the research facility, and I don't know, it sounds up your alley. Looking into things, history, and all
Mhm.
that.
Yes, it may also be something I could get information on for current events.
Hmm. That's certainly true.
There might also be records of the guild that might be interesting for me.
Yeah.
what to buy for breakfast?
Are you
I also
quickly-
I need to. Oh yeah, I need to go get a job.
Yeah.
I need to make money. I'm been a little bit of a bum.
Yeah, you guys have been slacking on getting money.
I'm hoping Pim can donate blood or something to this facility for money. Pim cursed ass blood.
So what you guys eating?
That's what I'm trying to think.
Am I paying?
Would you like to?
Yeah, I can do that.
Then I would like bread
We'll
and
have-
soup so I cannot fail.
So, hey,
I'll get the cheapest thing on the menu.
see the barkeep
Porridge.
speak up. I've been meaning to ask you guys.
Hmm?
You guys haunted or something? See a ghost following you around. Thought it was just me, but.
Oh, no, that's Tess.
No, we know the ghost.
Yeah.
With test waves. Ah, okay. I was just,
Yeah.
you guys were just like acting like there was not a ghost falling around, and all patrons were just,
What?
also pretending not to see them.
Oh, Tess, have I been ignoring you?
He gets up and he sits next to Tess.
He smiles now.
Oh,
Alright,
I'm
guys,
sorry.
Well, I'm not feeling very hungry, so you guys can eat though.
I'll get everyone a bread and soup.
Really?
Roll
Yay.
it. I see, looking, rubbing my hands evilly to see who starves.
Yay.
Alright.
Hopper.
+5. Yay!
It's a
Success!
full success, barely.
That's why you splurge on the bread and
Starve.
soup.
Partial.
Wait, what's my bonus?
+5
I
for
think.
bread and soup.
That was +5.
+5.
You get a plus per copper here, baby.
Yeah. Oh.
Also a
Lord.
9. I
Starve.
We shared the same.
see. It was actually those 3 seats. I just needed to say
you had
here.
a lot of shit happened yesterday, so like one meal is definitely not enough to fill you up.
Ah. That was good.
I'm still hungry after moving all those. Well, chair.
Did Calorie tell them that she did that?
Yeah, she said that was her plan.
Yay.
Pim was just downstairs when that happened, I think.
Oh. Moving stuff.
Oh, I brought back the bed and the chair, or one of the bunk beds and the chair.
Oh.
Mhm.
Did you get the list?
Indeed.
I got the list. It's in my pocket.
Oh, okay, good.
I don't have the table though.
Hmm.
I'm used to sleeping on the floor though, so y'all can get the bunk bed.
What? No. But
Hmm.
but
What if
I'm gonna be fine. I've slept on
now.
the floor a lot.
I have a median action? We will remove the pillows from one of the beds. You can use those while I sleep without the pillows.
All right, I'll take that.
you can take my pillow, yeah, too.
No.
And oh. I guess the chair's
Well, I won't
going
say
to
no
be
to more
cold.
pillows.
Without the table as a blanket.
It's okay. I'll sleep in. I'll sleep in the fireplace and think warm thoughts.
I would prefer you didn't do that.
Not
It's
not
okay.
too
It's
warm
not very
though.
safe.
Yeah. You'd catch on
I'll
fire.
sleep somewhere else and think warm thoughts.
Okay.
Wait, I'm gonna move you to the next scene gallery.
Yay!
It's real Lither's hours.
The Lither's house.
There's his house.
Double check the address, and then I'm gonna knock.
You hear the door fly open. Welcome, welcome, gallery, to my humble abode.
She'll just take a step in. Oh yeah, humble is the word I'd use.
Please leave your shoes by the door if you can.
Oh, okay. She'll take her shoes off, leave them there.
He flicks a hand, and you see the shadow strikes a flint and steel under the fireplace, lighting it up. I trust that you have eaten breakfast. If
Yeah.
not, I'll just get a kettle going for some tea.
That'd be nice.
He takes a seat down in one of the seats. So you wish to be more civilized?
Yeah. Can I sit down?
Of course. Apologies. Let me change the music. Well then, if you wish for me to teach you, then I will teach you. Calorie, roll me your charisma. Just roll me your charisma, actually. No pluses or minuses.
Okay. Let's see. Yo, my rolls today. Partial.
Partial. He goes over like standard etiquette and for your morning action, and you actually get +1 in your etiquette, +1 to etiquette.
Oh.
And you see Lithers. He puts his head in his hands for a moment. I thought this would be quick, a one and done thing, but it's clear that you need more lessons. I did not expect you to not know so much.
I don't pay attention to a lot of things.
I see.
I didn't really learn a whole lot when I was in the orphanage.
Of course, you were in an orphanage. That makes most sense. I assume the owner of the orphanage was at least proper.
Oh yeah, I think she was. She tried to teach me a lot of things, but I wasn't a really good kid with that kind of stuff.
I see. Oh, he stands up and he flicks a hand as a book on the bookshelf, like he yoinks, like with a shadow tendril, he yoinks a book off the bookshelf and into his hand, and he hands it over to you. Here's a book on standard table etiquette. Should you be in a position of a noble sitting at their dining room table, I wouldn't want you to misrepresent Volm.
Okay. I can read, I will say, but I'm not very good at read learning.
There are pictures.
Oh, excellent. She'll take the book.
Tomorrow, he sighs. Tomorrow, I will test you on how well your table etiquette is, and have you set up a table for yourself.
Okay. I think I can learn how to do that.
Hopefully, he says.
Hey, Leathers, can I ask you a question?
Of course. What is your question?
Well, you're not an orphan, right?
Well, actually, I am.
Oh. Did you ever go to where were you an orphan at?
I wasn't at an orphanage, but I was an orphan.
Oh.
I was a squire to some spell sword man. It was a different time, he says, waving a hand.
Don't want to talk about it?
No, not much to talk about. I learned the ins and outs of war and all the boring things that come with it.
Oh, so you know how to fight?
Fight? No, but I can equip the soldier very well. There's
So,
no
go ahead.
shortage of people when it comes to war. I just happen to have a very lucky job.
So what got you into Volm?
Well, Volm gave me an out. He showed me that I'm much more than just a lowly squire. And all I had to do was give him my shadow.
I'm guessing you've already given your arm and your eye as well.
He smiles and nods. It's an easy choice for me to make. The last thing I'd want to do is be back on the battlefield.
Yeah. So, the other person I saw that does of Volm also had their arm and their eye missing. But what comes after the eye?
He frowns. Well, we're not. Well, I'm not too sure.
He hasn't offered you anything further past the eye?
Livers nods. He says that there is a method, but he is quite apprehensive about it. Not a good rate of success, I heard.
Oh. That doesn't sound too good.
You don't know about the caves Volms has. The shadow beasts inside.
Yeah, I wasn't aware there was more shadow beasts. I thought Volm was the only one.
Well, you see, after the eye and the arm, there is more, but Volmus found that doing more than that will convert one into a snarling shadow beast, one of no mind.
Oh, and I assume that's not the intended effect.
Yes, Volm still cares for them. He keeps them in a cave, but they do not eat much. Well, besides shadows.
Doesn't that kind of take from his food source?
That's why they're in the caves.
Yeah, I guess that checks out. I don't know though. It seemed like to me you'd be someone to go for that, to take that chance.
I would, but Volm strictly forbidden it.
For many followers?
Well, at least from me. He says I'm far too useful to have me accidentally end up becoming a shadow beast.
Yeah, that checks out. Well, thanks for teaching me stuff.
Yes, it's been a pleasure to teach you some etiquette.
I'm glad. I was really scared that you were gonna hate teaching me things.
Well, I'm starting to learn why there is good things and bad things about teaching.
Yeah.
It is frustrating that it is difficult to teach you things, but I would not say I dislike it.
Well, thank you for giving me the chance.
You know, it's-
I hope that I can prove to be a good student.
you already are, Gallery.
Oh, together.
This is the guy you're becoming friends with? Yeah. Very funny.
How far we've come.
Right. I think that's
Yeah.
that scene. That's the scene.
Yay.
Let me change the music. Preload the scene and boop.
Woohoo!
You see, Pim, you go to the last place you see Parker because he was, he told you that's where you could find him again if you ever.
Hey, ya!
Like, shouts down the road.
He sees you and does a slight wave.
Good to see you again.
Yes, good to see you too.
Hello, good afternoon, good morning, sorry.
He nods. I don't believe me. We've met. My name's
Hello.
Parker.
Sparrow, it's a pleasure to meet you.
He nods.
Yeah.
So you were the one who my friend Callery spoke about the monkey with.
He pauses for a moment when you say the word "the monkey" with. Yes, please keep the monkey a secret.
Oh, all right.
Nods.
There's someone very important to me.
Understood.
Did not say you were going to bring any friends with you, Pim.
Remember that friend I mentioned who, I thought was real into history and stuff? That's Sparrow.
Yes, that is I.
I see. Well, Sparrow, I must ask you if you can keep a secret.
I'm already keeping many.
He nods. You look like a professional, and I will hold you to that. He looks at you, Pim.
Yeah.
I must ask you the same question.
My lips are sealed.
He nods. Then please, he holds out a circular-looking, like, disc thing. Please carry one of these.
Okay.
What the fuck is this? Like, what do I roll to see to try and guess what the fuck this is?
Pim takes it without question.
Let me look at your skills.
I forgot to level up again!
Oh my gosh, you'd have to use Appraiser at a -10.
I'll roll that. I didn't level that up last time, so this would still be this.
I love being handed objects. It's the best.
You have no clue what this is, but you can tell that it might be Magitech?
I see.
Does this look familiar to Pim at all?
No.
Okay.
And pray tell, what am I to do with this? Just keep it on my person?
Yes, keep it on your person. It is basically a... Sorry. It is
Oh.
basically... It's basically a key to get in.
Oh,
Or, more importantly, a key card.
I see.
Interesting.
And you see him pull down one of his sleeves and press something on his watch.
Yeah.
You are hit by a flash of light.
Ah, of course.
Hold on. Let me change the music.
Oh, fucking... Wait, oh my god, is this them?
Hold on.
Is this guy part of...
Let me play this music. You, after the flash of light, you come to.
You're part of them, aren't you?
And you see someone at the end of the room pressing some button. Hello, Commander. I didn't expect you to come so soon. I'm taking these two to the laboratory. Of course.
I have many questions that I know will not get answered,
You
so I will keep them to myself.
see around him are like these armed guards with, you can clearly tell, rifles.
Pretty cool stuff.
No,
I'm assuming we've been transported to a separate location.
yes, you've been transported to our domain.
Or, as the saying goes, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
And as you say that, the camera zooms out.
We're in
That's
fucking-
awesome!
We're in space. We managed to find the one.
You're not in
fucking-
space.
Oh, we're in an airship.
Yeah, you're on an airship.
Where the fuck, Tiny? How did we? Why are they here? What are they doing here?
And that is the end of the session.
My monkey friend isn't even here. Oh, that was a good session.
Oh, hell yeah.
Consequences are going to be happening. Oh god. Nothing will ever be normal. Sparrow's not allowed to have a normal day.
That's true.
How am I out here doing the most normal thing, interacting with Lithers?
Yeah, you just had a nice conversation. You were just chilling. You hit us with the theme again.
Also, it's very obvious when you are in the ship.
Yeah.
The ship is... It has the flag of the West Voltan Empire.
That's awesome.
I would need to remember what the fuck the West Vulcan Empire is. Off the top of my head, fuck. Are they the evil guy? Are they the baddies?
Shrug.
Uh-oh.
But anyways, thank you guys for coming
Yeah.
out and watching.
Thank you for coming out, everybody.
Thank you for coming out. Woohoo! Gonna end the stream.
Wahoo!
Bye.
Good night.